Well, welcome everyone to Wood League All-Stars. This is a match where we put bronze players against bronze players and see who comes out on top of the bottom. Today I have with me Anklespankin.
Meow.
That was his intro. That was it. That was exactly perfect. And we actually got some silver players in here. We couldn't get quite enough for bronze. This is all custom, all viewers, all awesome. Make sure that you guys give them some love and never any hate. We might be making fun of them, but it's all in good fun. I am a silver player myself at the moment, and so
Only hate.
yes, who we hate. And we're just going to have some fun. We're going to talk about it. We've done a lot of analysis in the 3-minute delay, but we've basically decided that a lot of mistakes are going to be made, and we tried to call which ones they were going to be. Definitely, I think going to Glass Cannon for a few of these champions, like Vi or... Who else do you think? Like Vlad? I feel like Vlad can definitely lose to
Vlad
Riven.
can do it, but the trade-off with Vlad is the fact that he gets tankiness from getting more damage.
That's
Like
true,
his
too.
ability power gives him health.
But do you
So,
feel like he needs to rush an arm guard in this matchup, or do you think he can just go for a standard build of maybe some
it
penetration?
depends on how
first?
well he plays the early parts of the lane. Because if
Okay.
he gets destroyed on CSing early, then yes, he'll probably need to get the arm guard. But if he doesn't, in all honesty, regardless of how I do in this lane, come to think of it, I don't think I would go for the arm guard first. I think I would get the revolver and then an arm guard. Because the spell vamp is too necessary on Vladimir. I wouldn't finish the full Will of the Ancient, or Will of the Ancients, but I definitely would get the revolver at least, because it's only 1,200 gold for a decent hunk of AP and a bunch of spell vamp.
For sure, for sure.
It's just too valuable.
All
Where
right,
it doesn't
cool.
look like Riven's applying any aggression.
It is level 1, but yeah, I think there's nothing Vlad's gonna do to you if you don't get up in his face.
Even so, like, consider it. Vlad's Q cooldown at level 1 is, what, 10 seconds? 9.5, 10 seconds?
Way too much to really sustain it.
Yeah, even if Riven just went straight past the main wave and started queuing on his face, what can Vladimir truly do? He can auto-attack you back, and he can Q you once by the time Riven can almost get 2 full sets of Qs off on you. So...
That definitely would have put him ahead. Now Vlad's just kind of free to do whatever. He's still not incredibly strong until he gets a lot more levels in his Q. But if they go even in this lane, Vlad has so much more teamfight presence. Oh, he's listening to us.
issue. Good job, Riven. But how it's going to need to go down is Vladimir, the way Vladimir wants this lane to go for him is he's going to need to get to level 7-ish. Level 7, level 9, he wants that Q to be max, he wants that cooldown to be lower so he can actually just live. Because, especially after Riven gets out of any real phase, unless she gets ganked and falls behind, it's going to be very hard to 1v1 her. That's a simple truth. But it looks like there's a lot of trading going down bottom. It's a bloodthirsty lane.
Yeah, the Jinx is using the Q pretty well, and if you're trading back and forth onto a Jinx with a Sona, then it's pretty likely you're going to fall behind, because enough W's come back and they're up to full again. Hidden
Yeah,
Ninja's trying to get the Qs on, but even if you can get in for a Q, it's pretty likely that a Jinx with a rocket on can still get an auto back on the...
That's the problem they're going to be facing in this lane. They didn't try and push early enough for the level 2 advantage. The Ezreal and the Leona didn't. But it looks like, oh, there's some action going mid. Almost a
man.
kill.
Getting over there. Let's see. I think the look's going to stay around there as the Ignite.
And the Q!
Oh.
The kill. Did not need to ignite there, but the insurance policy will be coming out.
Yeah,
Easy kills for Twisted Fate. Lux is going to be dead here for, well, actually not that long, because it's very early into the game.
Right, but the
Twisted Fate-
farm denial is what's biggest. I mean, only 10 CS now, 4 minutes in, and that's going to be an entire wave that she misses.
Yeah, what Twisted Fate's doing here is very good. He's actually pushing the wave pretty much as quickly as he can to make sure that Lux misses this entire huge wave. He should not be staying here. He should definitely go back. But I guess he just wanted to show the tower that he had one more blue card in his
Hell
pocket
yeah.
before he was
Get the
leaving.
mana back before he bees.
He had to show him that he had something up his pocket, up his sleeve. So Phil 6 running over here. The Scuttle Crab is taken, so he will be spotted out by a ward anyways. But
Oh, gank up in the top lane, but Vlad's just gonna troll Puma right out of it. Nothing gonna be accomplished there. I feel like Top's been so boring, which is good for the Vlad player. All he wants right now is to just farm in peace.
That's very good for Vlad. Whoa. A little bit of action going down bottom, too. But Leona actually just refusing to even use her E. So, what they need to do here is manage to push the wave as hard as they possibly can and get a chance to back. Because until Ezreal and Leona have been able to back, they won't be able to do much in this lane unless Sona gets so horribly out of position that they're able to burst her. Like, if Ezreal gets another Q off like that, Sona does not have mana. If
like an E right there.
Sona had went in right there, that would have definitely been summoners.
Yeah, you can't hold it so bad. I mean, you can't expect too much burst coming out of a Jinx, and even if you do fall pretty low, you're just going to be able to take out the Sona quick.
Troll pool coming out from Vladimir top. I apologize for the interruption.
The troll pole is for us later on.
The broken wings coming in, key burst, but he's not auto attacking after these abilities, so not going to be taking full advantage of that.
Yeah, the Qs coming back are going to let Vlad stay here, but he's still pretty low, and he has to be careful. He doesn't have his W back up yet.
Riven is level 6, and that will be... Come on, Riven, pop the ultimate. Pop the ultimate, throw the wind slash. That'll be a kill.
There it is.
Riven coming out.
X-Victus goes down. He does have the teleport, so he should be able to get back up top pretty quickly and claim up some of that farm, but that's exactly what we needed to see from the Riven. It was a little bit too late, but still, a kill's a kill.
A kill is definitely a kill. And if you can look at the farm here, Riven has taken a lead on the farm. But that's not the thing I want to be looking at right this second. What I do want to take a glance at
the fucking TF
build.
Oh,
now,
man.
To get first blood in a lane, you typically don't use that money that you got with your huge advantage at this point to get 3 more Dorans.
Oh, he goes back in. Let's see how that advantage plays out for him.
Will
He's throwing the autos onto everyone. And he's just evenly spreading the damage. He's running towards the opponent's
isn't even
turret.
trying to help him, but will they need... Okay, the heal a little late, but it still should be definite kills coming out. And only 1 kill for Twisted Fate. Only 1 kill for Twisted Fate.
He was so close. I kind of liked how he was cutting them off from their own turret and running with them. I feel like that's something people don't do enough. The issue was 1v3, you're going to take a little bit too much damage from it.
The issue was his teammates didn't even try and help him. I know they were low. I looked over and saw that, but they needed to just be there auto-attacking for him. Because if they try and fight and try and kill these teammates, sure, maybe 1 or 2 of the blue team will die, but they will secure multiple kills on the red team. So it would have been definitely necessary for them to stay there.
I mean, overall, a pretty sick play from TF, I feel like. Came in with the red card, followed up with a gold. Like, I would have done blue card after blue card there.
It definitely wasn't bad. And Riven still refusing to use her auto attacks, take advantage of her passive here.
Aether Wisp is the next pickup. Oh, Vi goes in, and there's the ult from Fiddlesticks.
Coming out. And that will be the fear coming out, but the gold card and the little wild cards will just chunk them out, and that will be the end of that.
There's damage coming back and forth, but it's just not quite enough. They're all low now, which makes it a lot more fun, especially with the Lux, who can snipe from a pretty good range of health. What happened?
Riven is not auto-attacking. Every single time Riven goes into trade, she just smashes her Q, and then waits till she knocks him up and Ws and runs away.
I duo with the Riven pretty frequently on stream.
Any Qs. And that is definitely not very good. The True Shot Barrage coming out, just going to hit Jinx. And that was... I'm sure he was aiming for Sona there, but I'm not sure what he had planned.
Yeah, like as an Ezreal, you should really wait for... You have a support with 2 stuns. You should wait for one of them to land before you try your very difficult to hit.
Riven right here. Pop the ultimate, and that will be the end of Vladimir's life. I can't even begin to try and justify why Vladimir would have saved like that.
Oh, there's a Sona in the bottom lane.
The Solar Flare will miss. The Flash Gold card, the Super Mega Death Rocket, and the Ignite will tick them down. That is 2 kills going down from the blue team. A good run from Twisted Fate. Did not even use his ultimate there either.
Yeah, that was pretty sick from the blue team. A really great Sona ult. A good Jinx ult, which I didn't think could exist at this level.
Play all around from all of them.
Yeah,
and the crescendo hit both of them, the Solar Flare did not connect on anyone, so they couldn't get any crowd
Oh,
control.
Lux is in a bad spot. She flashes the Vault Breaker. I don't think it's going to be enough. There's the ult from Vi. The slow from the Zap. Oh, some pretty bad chompers, though, are going to let Lux escape from this one. Fiddle doesn't have an ult, but he's going to have it soon, and I think he might use it to disrupt this Dragon attempt.
That's going to be their only real chance. Now that, let's see.
A pretty good ward, too, to make sure he can't channel it from there. He can still always come down over here, but he's going to have to run past the ward to do it.
They're not going to be able to interrupt this. So,
Yeah,
Ezreal
Fiddle just gave up on it.
for maybe a little vision, maybe an attempt to steal, but it's definitely far too early for that. Fiddlesticks is waiting over the wall, but he is just going to recall, it looks like. Or, let's keep running forward.
Did you know that Twisted Fate is stuck in Elo Hell? GG. Has challenger mechanics. He's actually a legend. This build is pretty revolutionary. I think I've seen it in Mobifier.
Okay, let's be real here. This build is pretty horrible. I mean, if we're going to be totally honest, just think about it. 4 Dorans rings.
And you have to sell one to buy another item.
1,600 gold. That is 1,600 gold. 1,200 of it that he could have just spent on a Sheen. If he spent the 1,200 on a Sheen, the amount of burst he can do with just the W is so much stronger. But looks like
Ezreal got so
here.
caught out. He was chasing onto the Sona.
For the Sona kill, but the stun card coming out on Lux will also be a kill right there. Destiny is up. I don't know why Twisted Fate ulted at all, but maybe it was to get vision for the team. Maybe.
Yeah, you know, he's being helpful. He's assisting. Oh, Fiddle really wants to channel the ult here, but I don't think that Blue
It's a good place for him to do it, but I don't know if he's going to have a good opportunity to do it. So wait, okay. I thought he just started channeling it when Sona pretended to walk up. I didn't mean the ult there. It's okay, Twisted Fate.
He did it next time.
And will be getting stunned. The Vladimir pool to get closer is...
I think he did it for the slow there, but it just wasn't enough. And he's gonna get away from this one just fine.
That's really iffy, because if you look at the red team, they have 0 vision anywhere. So Vladimir, having used his pool there, that easily could have been a death on his part, just because he decided to use it for a slow. They could have all been around the corner, all been ready and waiting. Like Vi right here. These two are very low, but Vi is waiting right out of the sight of the minions with her ultimate up. So here she comes, the Vault Breaker being charged, and it looks like the Q is going to go off, and nothing else is going to come of it.
That's a pretty good point if you look at it. Like, there are 3 wards on the entire map, and the red one is like the worst ward you could have at this time. It's just in the bottom bush. Good, you can see they're there. You could have anyways.
You can see that they're there on your side of the map.
If people are curious, like, what are some basic things to help improve, just buy wards. Just purchase them.
Now, you can't forget the all-important part of it, though. If you buy wards, this is what a lot of people forget to do. They forget to look at them. You have to actually use the wards.
That's my next step. Like, very frequently someone will walk through a ward, like, while I'm just looking at chat or something, and
Exactly.
I get the easiest gank in the world.
Exactly. Like, this ward right here in the bush for Fiddlesticks is right now.
Oh, so went up so far.
That should have been an easy kill if Fiddlesticks... Oh, the Crescendo coming out, though. Solar Flare only going to hit Sona. That's not a very good Solar Flare, but Fiddlesticks coming back in with the ultimate, and that will be a kill off on the Jinx. Will it be more? The flash coming out. True Shot Barrage picking up the kill on Sona. And wait, Twisted Fate in the back.
Oh, holy cow.
The red card coming in, maybe. Wild cards, will they connect? No, they will not.
But Vi's pushing up here, and I think they're going to be able to take him into the turret.
Twisted Fate is chilling, throwing wild cards, will pick up the kill with the middle card snipe. And he still only has 4 Dorans rings. He has 3,100 gold to go back with right now.
So he doesn't need to sell a Doran's
Switch Bane.
Or Doran's ring.
He's probably going to sell a Doran's ring for a Blasting Wand, I think. Would be my guess. Either a Blasting Wand, or he's just going to get another Doran's ring.
You gotta keep the build alive.
Chances are, what my real guess would be right there is that he sold the Doran's ring thinking he would probably have enough money for a Seeker's Arm Guard. But
okay,
I don't think he had the money to do it, so he was like, oh, dang it. I don't really want to just get an Amplifying Tome. I don't really just want to get anything else. So it looks like this Lux might be out of position, though. The exhaust coming down on the Jinx, but the Lux ultimate coming out as well. Not going to pick up a kill.
They wanted the Vi. They almost got it, but not quite enough. And it cost a lot of health.
There was a lot of cooldowns there blown, and nothing was gotten out of it. So 11-3 right now. Two-shot barrage coming out. There is a dragon in favor of blue team, and 2 towers as well.
Yeah, 6k gold, 8 kills.
Yeah. They are at a pretty large deficit right now. Fiddlesticks ulting over the wall, though, will just fear the wrong target and die for it. Okay.
Dude, you can talk down this TF build all you want, but until I see it fail, I'm going to be pretty impressed.
I mean, it's not failing him yet. I just know that he could be so much stronger.
That might be true, but of the
That's all I'm gonna say of it.
I've seen 4
saying
Dorans TF.
He is 8-1, and I mean, as Twisted Fate, he could stand to have a bit higher farm. Because see, if he didn't have 4 Dorans rings, if he had a needlessly large rod instead, his Q would clear the wave in the backline. But I mean, it also is providing him with more tankiness as well, I suppose. And if he doesn't like using his blue cards, it also gives him a lot of mana back every time he gets a last hit.
Although
so
he almost...
then the crescendo will land only on Ezreal. Flame Chomper's not going to have an effect other than Vladimir. I didn't even see that. The Assault and Battery coming out on Ezreal. The ultimate coming out from Lux will not matter. Just some return damage, but a 1-for-nothing trade in the end of that, even with so many ultimates blown.
That was like the disengaged Luxel. Like that was the back off. I'm going to kill you all.
It's like, stop! Get away from my team!
But I think it's gonna allow blue team to come back here. I mean, Jinx is back up at full health, has some pretty sweet life steal coming out from what looks like just a Dorans play, but she's been able to stay up at full health.
It's probably mainly Sona.
Oh yeah. You're right.
But another thing to note about that fight that just happened, yes, blue team came out on top of it for sure, no doubt. But the really big important thing that red team should be worried about is the fact that Riven wasn't even in that fight. They got 4v5'd and lost someone for it. Even with all these ultimates blown, all these cooldowns blown everywhere, and red team couldn't pick up a kill with Riven not in the picture. So imagine when they start trying to siege these towers or something, if you look at the red team, they do have decent wave clear. And when I say decent, I mean Lux. Because Ezreal can kind of poke the first minion. Fiddlesticks can throw his crow and it'll bounce around. But other than that, they really only have Lux. Where if red team even tries to siege against blue team or take objectives, our blue team here has Jinx rockets. They have Twisted Fate Qs, the wild cards, so they can just wave clear immensely hard, and they can also poke you from far further than you can poke them. With the exception of Lux right now, but Lux, at 18 minutes into this game, only has a Chalice and a Fiendish Codex. She is not going to be doing much damage. So, it is a little iffy, but let's see here. Looking at the builds, it looks like Sona's actually rushing up for a Lich Bane. What do you think of that?
Well, my biggest concern is what's Twisted Fate going to do? Is he going to have to actually sell a Dorans ring?
He's going to have to, unless he's just saying, I'm done, guys. I'm full build.
I know. At this point on Sona, if you have 7 assists, like if you have this much gold, do you really think like, oh, I'm going to assist my team with that, or do you think I'm going to get some dank kills with this?
Well, you see, in their mentality, they're not looking to keep people alive. Their entire goal is to kill people, just not on their team.
Right.
So,
right,
you know,
killing enemies. I mean, isn't the best offense best defense a great offense?
Best defense is a great offense, right?
Yeah. Just kill the enemies faster.
And I mean, think about it. With Sona's, healing capabilities, the more AP she has, the more magic pen she can get. But the double snare will come out. Solar Flare will miss, and that will end up being still bad for the red team.
If Fiddle was in position there, that could have totally turned for them. A nice ult. There just wasn't enough damage.
Position. If another thing that could have been noted there was actually had Jinx gone into her minigun stance and started attacking the turret, they could have interrupted Vladimir's teleport and gotten a kill off on Lux still. So, just little iffy things to think about. It doesn't really matter because Twisted Fate just came in and red carded it. So,
Hey, you get the sweet wave clear for any minions that are
Little
nearby.
things. Twisted Fate just being a big old show off right now. Sold one Dorans ring for a full Zhonya's hourglass. And as we said, that was right. So, do you understand now the capabilities of Twisted Fate's dive potential?
Oh, hell yeah. You go in, you get the full combo off. As soon as they turn on you, you use Anya's. And the rest of your team can come through and clean up. And look at the damage here that can clean up. I mean, Vi's going straight damage here. You've got a Riven who rushed to Yumu's Ghostblade, which is a little bit questionable. I don't know that I love that.
Does it.
He rushes that over like a Tiamat?
I've seen him do it like once.
Okay. Well, then it must be alright.
No, it's truly way better. It's like, the problem with Riven's build right now, Vlad should be abusing the shit out of her.
There's no damage. Like,
But-
or very low damage at least.
Lord knows what reason, Vladimir has a Spectre's Cowl against a triple AD team. He is only building against the Twisted Fate, but this doesn't matter right now. Fiddlesticks coming over the wall, Solar Flare whiffing once again, and that will be the end of that. Wait,
Oh,
Destiny.
Twisted Fate's gonna clean
Fate
up.
going right in, smacking the Leona. She has given up and accepted her fate. Looks like Vlad will be the next target here. Twisted Fate with another yellow card and the flash, but the Q will not land. Assault and Battery going out in Fiddlesticks, and it looks like the Fear will come out, but Twisted Fate is not giving a fuck. He says, I will carry this team, and the Zap will slow Ezreal down. But will it slow our Twisted Fate down? The blue card locked in, the flash after the Arcane Shift, and the Troll Pool coming out. The Zhonya's right there. Here goes Riven.
I think they're gonna take him down.
Riven, that was the wrong way.
Oh, he gets away. He gets the heal
The enemies
from
are
the
other
ADC.
direction. But Twisted Fate will receive a heal and get out of the fight.
Oh, you know what? He got the heal from the support. Jing saved hers. But that's why we have the double heal there. For the sick escapes.
Oh my gosh. Riven with a rather severe misplay right there.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Just a slightly severe misplay.
But Twisted Fate
Yeah.
went in hard and he got out. Actually, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Ezreal's gonna back off here.
How low is Ezreal?
Oh, God, is Twisted Fate going in?
Doing? Man, you need to be careful, Mr. Cocky Monkey.
I think he can two-shot this Ezreal, though, with a card and some and
I
a
don't
Q.
think he has the damage with his build right now. If he had a Rabadon's instead of a Zhonya's, I would say maybe.
All right.
But since he has just Zhonya's, granted, it's still a decent amount of AP, yes. I don't think it's enough to basically one-shot Ezreal from about 80% of his health. But it doesn't look like that'll be the case. There's the Zap coming out. Will not matter. They're just getting some vision. So Riven is like, hey, I want to fight you. So here she comes with the shield. The Q the wrong way, and the ultimate will connect this time. Vladimir already having used his pool will be a very easy double kill for Riven, or what should be if she goes back in. Okay, good job.
Yeah, easy 1v2 double.
Very, very easy 1v2 double.
Especially against a Vlad who doesn't have any armor at all. No armor to speak of in his
that's-
items.
This is what I was worried about. Oh, the Solar Flare connecting with the stun will actually keep Fiddlesticks alive, I believe.
If you're going against a Vi, a Riven, and a Jinx, like, you get Ninja Tabby. Like, or, I mean, I guess there's so much CC here, you could also make an argument for Mercs.
Mercs is justifiable, but what he really needs is his Zhonya's. He absolutely has to get his Zhonya's.
Yeah.
He can, as I was saying, to get the Hextech Revolver for the lane, because especially with how Riven was building, Riven has no sustain. This entire game, she has had no sustain, but holy Twisted Fate burst, and that will just be one more auto attack with the stack deck passive. And just taking out another kill on Lux.
12 and 1 here.
12 and 1, selling another one of his precious rings for the home guards and the needlessly large rod. Ulting in onto the Fiddlesticks and taking more prey for his collection.
Yeah, only 186 gold from this Fiddlesticks now. 2 and 4 not looking so hot. I'm curious now. So just he's getting his Rabadons. Do you think Luden's Echo in the future could be good on him? Just to make sure he can one-shot anyone?
Yes. Now, hear me out here. Luden's Echo is a good item in my opinion, but it follows the same kind of rules that Lichbane does, in the sense that you typically don't want to rush it in most cases, because you don't have the AP yet to really make it worth it.
Yeah.
Because compared to the other needlessly large right items, with your Rabadons, you get the bonus of 30% more AP. But that's not important right now. Looks like the Solar Flare going to come out. The Zap coming out as well. Assault and Battery going off onto the Ezreal, but the... Oh my goodness!
Look at this Fiddlesticks!
The Wombo combo coming out there. The crescendo was very good, but Fiddlesticks ultimate and Vlad is not going to be getting out of there. Jinx staying in the back and decimating them. Twisted Fate has now entered the battle, and he will be using that willpower.
Usually that's exactly what the Twisted Fate ult would be used for, but he had just used it earlier to take out the Fiddlesticks.
Oh, Fiddlesticks will pick up a kill off on Jinx, and the True Shot Barrage, the flash out of it.
Oh,
and
goes back in?
Ezreal is just going to kite the Riven to heck. And that will be the end of quite a few of the blue team's lives. So even though that was very good for red team, they are still down by 17 kills, 3 dragons, 6 towers, and 13,000 gold. Now that was a good, potentially a good start on the comeback.
They did lose the inhibitor. That's probably the most important part here.
Yes.
They don't have the super
inhibitor,
minions.
They did not lose the inhibitor itself. So, very important there. They already had that tower gone for a long time, didn't they?
I think so. Oh wow, actually a Luden's Echo coming out from Twisted Fate instead of the Rabadons.
Really? That is interesting on getting Luden's Echo.
I think it gives you slightly more burst in a single rotation, but as soon as you're getting multiple rotations out there, unless you're just running in complete circles with Mobies, I think that's
with the amount of AP he has right now, I would disagree they would get him more damage out.
You think so?
Because Rabadons would give enough bonus AP right now on all of his abilities that I do believe it would be enough to make up for the Luden's Echo, proc. But on the other hand, I just thought about this for Twisted Fate. I could see it being even more valuable on Twisted Fate, more so than a lot of other champions, because Luden's Echo also gives a lot of movement speed.
Mm-hmm. And you already have movement speed from the Lich Bane.
Exactly. He's getting 12% bonus movement speed from those 2 items right now. That's a lot. It looks like Fiddlesticks trying to wait over the wall and see if they can get something, while the rest of the 4 members of the blue team are sieging down mid, trying to get this open inhibitor. Fiddlesticks ulting in, will flash in, the Jinx getting feared, will go down, the Fiddlesticks Zonia's at a perfect time, and let's see, will anything happen though? And it's looking like the Assault and Battery going off in the backline. Blue team will be losing this fight so far. Leona with the... No, she is not going to do anything to it. But Ezreal is going after this. He wants this as Twisted Fate is just taking down their bot lane inhibitor. Someone needs to stop him. They can't keep chasing these kills.
Yeah, they fought this without him, and he's doing a pretty good job. He needs to be using his abilities to get the Lich Bane procs to speed it up a little. Now he's actually going to be in the 1v2. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. He flashes.
I'm actually very positive. He should be able to outplay this. So it looks like...
no, he's going down here.
Maybe the red card.
Ooh.
No, that is what I was waiting for. Here comes Lux. Use the Zonias. The Zonias. Oh my god, the fancy feet getting the return kill.
He tried his best. Hey, he was able to get the inhibitor and the double kill.
I'm an idiot. I didn't look. He didn't have his Zonias.
You're just as bad as the people who commented on your 1v5 pentakill.
Dude,
and they're like, use Blade of the Ruined King. I'm like, it wasn't up, you idiot. It wasn't up.
At least yours was up really soon.
It was. That's true.
Okay.
That's true. This Zanya's was nowhere near there.
Yeah, I hadn't checked. I was too excited. I was too excited to see this Twisted Fates plays. So let's see the
is an idiot.
Hey, come on, man.
I was just repeating what you said. That's what the casters do, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
It happens sometimes, though.
So looking at some of these farm rates, we have 139 on the red team AD carry, 29 minutes in. I would say it's slightly low.
A little bit.
A little bit below average.
Slightly below where they should be. Riven 111. Blue team picking up their 4th dragon. So, ooh. The farm rate's definitely a little low, though. Twisted Fate has been doing decently well. True Shot Barrage, whoa! Lots of damage coming out here. Vi going straight for the back with no one there to follow up with her. And let's see, maybe this could be good for them. Fiddlesticks ultimate in the middle of them. Wait for it. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. That is the turnaround, the cue from Ezreal just about landing. And Twisted Fate is... Oh!
The
Lux
tip.
Laser!
Just
Picking
the
up the
tip.
kill.
Twisted Fate's like giving up on his team now for whatever reason. He's just avoiding being with them at all costs, and it's costing him.
Should have been over at 10 minutes ago. But Twisted
Yeah.
Fate is refusing to group, and for some reason, he went for a Nashor's...
Asher's Tooth instead of the Rabadon's Death Cap or a Void Staff, the two items he needs the most right now.
Okay, so I'm not usually one to say, you know, things are bad if they're working. But this is not something that's bound to work.
Yeah, especially if the red team ever like gets their heads out of whatever orifice they've shoved them in and buys some real MR.
Yeah.
We actually got the Randuins on the support instead of the Locket Rush. Typically against oh no. They're not the ones against AP.
Yeah.
Wait, what am I thinking? For some reason I'm thinking like, oh man, like they need so much MR, but yeah, it's only Twisted Fate.
It's not that they need so much MR. It's that they need to shut Twisted Fate down. The problem is, every single time they try to initiate, either A, Twisted Fate's not there, so it's good for them, and Red Team is actually kind of climbing back. I mean, it's not like a huge increase yet, but considering, what, 5 minutes ago they were 13k down, now they're only 12k?
And it means less now than it did
They're-
back then.
Yeah. It does mean less and less as the game goes on, because sure, you guys can keep getting more and more money, but once you've hit full build, where do you go from there?
Right, it doesn't matter at all. And even 6 items versus 5 items isn't quite the difference that 3 versus 2 is.
Yes. And at this point, Ezreal, for instance, just finishes Mirror Man.
Oh, Fiddlesticks going in with the Crow
Fiddlesticks ulting in
Sword.
again, will be taking out this Sona who tried to heal. Vi going in?
Nowhere.
Kind of?
So she gets right back
Alright,
out.
A little bit. Wait. Okay, Vladimir uses his pool again.
I think I'm going to hear some criticism from you on this, but I want to know. So Vi went for the Cinder Hulk just like he wanted, but got no other health items.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea.
Right. If you go Cinder Hulk, you need to get tanky. You need to benefit from the bonus
is
health.
great. Yes.
But with
And
this
she-
build, she
She's
definitely
still
should have
getting
gotten the
500
Brutalizer.
HP out of it. But this goes back to what I was saying earlier. She's not super ahead. The only reason she's ahead, truly, is because of her team. And the global objectives that they've gotten. Like, Twisted Fate, specifically, has been doing nothing but split pushing, and he's been taking so many objectives. Like, he's been taking down inhibitors, he's been taking down the towers. And I don't necessarily agree with the fact that he hasn't been with his team, but he's been doing that. But especially with how strong the rest of their team is, Vi just needed to go full tank. There was absolutely no reason for her to go for damage this game. Not with a Jinx, not with a Riven, not with a Twisted Fate. They don't need Vi's pretend damage. If they're going to be getting a Cinder Hulk, she needs to go tank. If she wants to go damage, she should get a Warrior Enchantment.
Right, for sure. And that's the damage you get, and then you don't buy something very expensive and very, very slow to build like a Trinity Force.
Yeah.
Which we can see she
Like-
hasn't gotten 30 minutes into the game.
Exactly. The Hex Drinker, I do agree with. I could definitely justify that any day of the
Oh,
week.
absolutely.
But rushing the Cinder Hulk, no. Going for the Triforce after all this still, no.
The other thing to notice, even though the blue team isn't that far ahead, oh man,
Ooh.
there's a Leonel, had the flash away. Riven ults to go in.
That's going to be a dead. Whoa, the Fiddlesticks ultimate coming out. The crescendo will not stop at the Flame Chompers. This Fiddlesticks is going down. And let's see, Twisted Fate, will he go down? Vladimir is trying to
can't-
fight him. He will.
Oh,
But
there's
Vi
the
coming in
vial.
the back now, finally. And she's just kind of using her big fist to give Lux a little tickle fight. And now she will be going down because the towers are just too much for her. And that will be the Jinx triple kill. And this should be the end of the game. It is coming in.
Can they
and
finish
Jinx
it?
is still up. So
They're-
it'll
the
be
spawn
iffy if
timers
they
are
finish,
pretty
but
low.
I do think they can. I believe with Jinx push they can finish.
All
With
right,
Jinx
all
and
right.
Riven, they definitely can.
All
Jinx
right,
is
yeah,
taking
looking at
action
those
fast.
towers.
Ezreal will be up, but it's not going to be enough to stop them, I don't think.
Yeah, Ezreal's
So-
going to try to tickle him. Oh, look at that.
He might. Maybe getting through that Bloodthirster shield, the Super Mega Death Dragon not landing. Ezreal going down.
Rip.
And that will be, maybe? There it is, the end of the
Yeah.
game.
Congratulations there to the blue team. They
Blue team.
they showed us A very unique build on Twisted Fate that I think is going to go down in legend.
Very little comment here. They definitely need to work on their ability to finish a game. Um, Twisted Fate needs more than anything else in the world to understand that when he's that fed, he should probably be with his team. Because they won't be able to stand up to him. It's just more gold for everyone.
Yeah, bronze players need to realize that a game of League of Legends is not sex. You do not try to let her finish first. You just go straight there, no looking back, full speed ahead.
You want to be the one to finish.
You take care of yourself here. They gave us a good show. There was some nice foreplay involved. I can't say I'm unsatisfied.